Now we're done with ellipse and circles, and we're going to move on to parabola. Something you probably learned in Algebra 1, but not in a more analytical approach. So now we have 2y squared minus 8y plus x plus 2 equals 0 as our example. And you'll see I made a little chart here for people who, I have students before who are confused on like which direction does the parabola go. So the way it works is that, like for this row, for example, you see 4px equals to y squared. So for one x, there's two y's, okay? So it's either going to go open left or open right. Open right means if it's a positive, open left is if it's a negative, okay? So that's the way you find out, you know, which way it opens up. There's only 4 possibilities. It's either going up, down, left, or right. So left and right is always when there's 2 y's for every x. Now this is the one you probably see in Algebra 1 the most, which is 1 y for every 2x, because this is a function. Remember, this is not a function. For it to be a function, you can only have 1 y per x, okay, not 2. So for this one, parabola goes up when it's positive here, okay. It opens down, right, when this is a negative, okay. So this is how you tell. So I have a little chart here. Maybe it's easier to remember this way. And then later on, I'll explain hyperbola, and you know, it'll help you understand it very easily, and you can get through your tests and have a better grasp. So let's get back to the problem. And as you see, parabola matches here. And what do I have? A y squared, right? So I'm going to be putting it in this format right now, and I'm going to tell you how to show you how to graph this parabola. So let's put it in this format. Let's see what I have to do. So let's move the x's over to one side first. And let me factor out a 2 while I'm at it. Let's see, y squared minus 4y plus, as usual, I'm completing the square, so I leave a little blank here so I don't forget. Now, to complete the square, let's see, I need to half the b, which is 4, which will be 2. 2 squared is 4. I have 4 here, which means 4 times 2, I have to add 8 on this side, right? So I'm going to have now 2y minus 2 squared equals to negative x plus 6. Is that right? Okay. So let me put it into this format. Right now it's not in this format yet still. Let me divide by 2 on both sides. Okay. I'm going to get y minus 2 squared equals to negative 1/2 x, and then that's plus 6 over 2. You get 3, right? And I want to put it into this x minus h format, so what do? So I have to factor out the 1/2, right? The negative 1/2, actually. Negative 1/2. So negative 1/2 times x is x. Negative 1/2 times what is 3? That will be probably negative 6, right? Negative 6 times negative 1/2 is positive 3, right? So as you can see, well, it's written backwards. I mean, that's y minus k squared equals to 4p x minus h. You see it? You put it in that format, it works. So now I'm going to have to figure out, when I'm doing parabolas, there's 2 things I need to find, well, 3 things. I have to find the vertex, the focus, and the directrix, right? So center, directrix, and focus. And the easiest way to find all these, let's start with the center. I know the center right away will be what? It will be 6, comma, I mean, not the center, the vertex. 6, comma 2. So let's graph this really quick. 6, comma 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So that's going to be the vertex of the parabola, okay? So now I have to figure out, oh, which direction is it facing? How do I find this out? Well, if you remember, since this is y squared, it's either going to be left or right. And the way I find out if it's open left or right from here is it negative or not here? Is it negative? Yes, it's negative 1/2, right? Since it's negative, it's going to open left. So I know right away already it's going to be opening left. You see that? And the one thing you remember, the focus is always inside the parabola, the directrix is outside the parabola. So the way you find out the distance, how far it is from it, is to use the 4p. 4p equals to, this is the same thing as 4p, right? Negative 1/2, right? And you solve this, and what do you get? P equals to negative 1/8. But it's really irrelevant, the negative. It doesn't really matter. It's really the 1/8 that's the most important thing. Okay? So I shouldn't even put the negative here. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't change anything. Okay? 1/8. So you know from this distance is 1/8 from this vertex each way. Okay? So what I do right now is, let's see. I'm at 6. Let me write down the vertex is 6, 2. Okay? And then the focus would be right here, so it's 6. Let's see, 1/8, right? It's gonna be a very, very short focus. Let me rewrite this somewhere else because the Directrix is gonna block the thing. So let me do this. The vertex, not the center. Actually, it's the vertex. Okay, the vertex. Okay. So that's where the focus is. This is where the vertex is, right? Because focus is always inside the parabola. That's how you know. And this distance will be, let's see, it's 6, comma, it'll be 2 minus 1/8, right? So we're going backwards. So 2 minus, oh, wait a minute. My bad. I made a little mistake. It's 6 minus 1/8. Because you're going left, not right, not going down. So 6 minus 1/8 would be 5 7/8 about, right? Comma 2. So that's the focus. So the focus is going to be 5 7/8, comma 2. The vertex is 6, comma 2. Now where's the directrix? Well, directrix is always outside of the parabola. So it'll be right here about. So this 1/8 this distance is 1/8 that distance. And the directrix of a parabola is always a straight line, either going up or down, but since it's facing left, it's going to go up. Okay? So directrix is going to be, so a formula, I'll draw in a second, wait a second. So you're going to have a straight line here. That's the directrix, this line. Okay? So you see this line here is directrix. And that's going to be the equation. Let's see. If it's 1/8 from 6, it'll be 6 1/8, right? And it's a vertical line. So it's going to be x equals 6 1/8. That's the directrix. Okay? So we got the focus, which is inside the parabola. And the directrix is outside the parabola. And there's a vertex right in the middle. Okay? Okay, so what's the whole idea of the focus and the directrix? Well, the whole idea of the vertex and the directrix is that this distance here from the focus to the parabola, okay, is always the same. So from the focus here all the way, as long as the directrix, you're going horizontal here, okay, to the all the way around the parabola is always a constant, okay? So that's the whole concept of focus and directrix in a parabola. And remember, you know, you open left when it's negative and it's 2y's, okay? So I use this little chart. You can memorize it, you know, or use it when you study. It's a really rough guide of how you find this information. P is always considered the distance from the vertex to the focus and the directrix. So this distance is always P here. Okay, I should use a different color marker, at least get another. Maybe a little easier to see. So this distance here is P, the 1/8. Okay, so that's one way you can find out how far it is from the vertex. I hope that clarify everything. I'll do another problem. I mean, if I need to for parabola, just let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.